Hello, everybody. It is Pep Talk time. I'm Camille, and I'm here to give you your weekly injection of motivation, inspiration, and to just help you bring you up. I have helped hundreds of women identify their energy leaks. That's what we're going to talk about today. So, I want you to picture a bucket of water. So, when you look at a bucket of water, the bucket is you, and the water is everything inside of it. So, it's your time, it's your value, it's your money, your resources, it's your vital life force. It's everything that you want to give in that bucket. And when you have a hole in your bucket, dear Liza, some of that life force is leaking out. You might be aware of it, but you might not be aware of it. And this can be problematic when you're trying to move forward. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to do better. We're trying to improve ourselves. And in our quest to do that, sometimes we add things, right? We want to add things, meaning we want to like read some inspirational books. We want to, attend our worship services. We want to say our prayers and we want to listen to inspired people, right? We want to maybe listen to podcasts or whatever it is. We're just adding things to ourselves so we can improve. And that's good. However, on the other side of adding things, is the things we are already doing that we want to not do, things that we want to stop doing, things that are also causing the energy to leak out of that bucket. And sometimes these things are much harder to see. So that's what I want to talk about. I want you to look at your habits. What are your good habits? What are your bad habits? I'm going to share a story with you about something that I was doing that I needed to stop doing. And we'll see if you can find yourself in the story. I had, it's kind of my constant prayer to try to do better, to shine my light brighter, to help more people. And I love doing this. This kind of pep talk stuff. It just fills me up. I love it. And so as I'm praying and asking, what can I do? The answer is starting to come to me. And I don't really like the answer. I'm like, no, not that. No, not that. And then I had a conversation with a very good friend of mine who observes Lent. She's a devout Catholic and she observes Lent. And we had talked about it. I love that idea of giving something up, like having a fast from something that you care about so you can, grow closer to God and just sacrifice something. And so I was thinking about doing that. I'd done it last year and I loved it. It was a really good practice. And this year I said, I want to do something that's a little bit harder. And so that's where this comes in. I was thinking about it. And the answer that was coming to me was give up sugar, change your diet. And I was like, no way. I don't want to do that. That's too hard. And mostly because I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to do it for a few days and then just go back to my old way of being and doing, eating sugar. And so I kept thinking about it for a while before Ash Wednesday started, the day that Lent begins. And finally, I thought, I need to do this and I'm going to pray that he can help me with it. So, anyway, there's a long story. There's a long version of this story that I'm not going to tell you now, but I am going to put it in a link below in my blog post so you can read all the ins and outs of the story. However, after it's a 40-day process, giving something up for Lent, at the end of the 40 days, which just happened on Easter, I was different. I mean, I was really different. I could see clearly what, eating sugar was doing to me. I already knew that it wasn't good for me and I knew that it made me lethargic and all these other things. But because I got rid of it, I stopped doing it. I plugged the hole in my bucket for that length of time. I was able to see even more clearly how doing this thing was really slowing me down. And my eyes were opened and I felt so grateful. And I'm sharing this with you because I want to encourage you to ask yourself the hard questions. Is there something that you are doing that you need to stop doing? Is there a hole in your bucket where your precious life energy is going out that hole? And if it is, what can you do about it? First, ask the question and then listen. And then wrestle for, if you must. I had to wrestle a little bit before I finally committed to doing it. So I want to encourage you to do the same thing. Ask the question, if there's something I'm doing that I need to stop doing, what is it? And then take the steps. Be courageous and take the steps to plug the hole. You will be so glad that you did. And you might not know at the beginning that it's a good thing, but after you do it, you will reap the benefits. So I just want to encourage you to try this. I believe in you. I see you. I know you can do this. Sometimes these things are hard, but I believe in you and you will, like I said, reap the benefits and you will see. Get back to me. I want to hear what happens when you plug the hole by getting rid of that thing you need to stop doing. All right, guys, sure love you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.